Hi, I'm Neal Joplin. I played Ebenezer Scrooge for 8 seasons, starting in 1996. Probably one of my favorite memories was after one of the Macy's Federated Stores free performances that we did for disadvantaged children in Cincinnati. We were standing on the stairs out of the theater and got the sack lunches and the little gifts. And a young man, probably 5 years old, with his teacher, he was hanging onto her leg as they came down the stairs, and she said, "Don't you want to say hello to Mr. Scrooge?" And he walked over and looked at me and turned back and looked at her and said, "He's real." And she said, "Wouldn't you like to shake his hand?" And he walked over and shook my hand and said, "This was the best day of my life." So that's the memory that will live with me forever, I think.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Mrs. Fezziwig and one of Fred's party guests. I've been in the show since 2002. The best part of being in Christmas Carol for me is my husband directs it, and I get to sort of be in rehearsal with him, and we get to go home, we get to sort of talk about how it's going, so it's a fun production to share. I think this show has been popular for so many years because you see it as a child, and then you grow up, and maybe you have some younger brothers and sisters, and you want to be with them when they're seeing it for the first time. It's one of those plays that it's really fun to bring a child to.
I'm Bruce Cramer. I'm playing Scrooge. I've played Scrooge, this will be my 6th year. Prior to that, I played Bob Cratchit for 8 years. I think this show's been so successful for 20 years because, one, it's a family event. There's so many great families that come and return year after year, but I think it's because it's a story we need to hear, that within all of us there is good. And all the people that have been hurt in the past, that have turned mean or sullen or solitary as an oyster, there's something within humanity that, given the right set of circumstances at least, we can all be redeemed, we can all start again. And that's the brilliance of Dickens' story, and I think the brilliance of this production.
I'm Dale Hodges, and I play the Ghost of Christmas Past and Mrs. Peck, Scrooge's housekeeper. And I've been in the show 19 years. We do a special matinee, and it brings in children from all over the city who are from mostly disadvantaged neighborhoods who would never otherwise get to see a play. And they are a wonderful audience. They just squeal with delight. It's probably our best audience every year because those children are just so thrilled with this. They don't have any constraints. They just let us know they're having a great time.
I'm Regina Peck. This is my 19th year, and I play Mrs. Cratchit. My favorite memory of the show is from several years ago when I was actually playing a different character. I spent a few years playing Mrs. Peck, Scrooge's housekeeper. And one year during one of the scenes, there's a scene where she runs around the bed, and a little bit of my skirt got caught on a piece of the bed. And I was kind of stuck on stage, and it was a ruffle, so it kind of, as I was running off stage, it sort of twirled me around as I was pulling the ruffle off my dress, and then I finally had to grab it and give it a big yank. So it was sort of a dramatic, unintended exit.
Hi, my name is Greg Procaccino. I play Jacob Marley and Old Joe in Christmas Carol, and I have been doing it 20 years. I'm one of the originals. I think the reason the show's been so popular for 20 years is twofold. One, people get to come back and see people like myself, people they've grown to know, like, and they love to come back and see those people over and over again do these things they look forward to seeing them do, hopefully well. And you can't discount Dickens and the story. The story is so moving. I've talked to all kinds of people, tough, rough, sweet, sensitive. They always are moved by the story. And you can't go wrong with that.